Run into Old Navy for 50% off all Old Navy Active. 2 days only, tomorrow and Sunday. All your favorite active leggings, hoodies, mesh tees, and more are 50% off tomorrow and Sunday at Old Navy and OldNavy.com. Valid 2/23 and 2/24, excludes in-store clearance.
Blog Talk Radio.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen.
Enjoy the Goldilocks Productions presentation of the In the Psychic Flow Show with Carolan Carey.
Hi, everyone. Welcome. It's so great to be here tonight. You have me tonight for readings and a little chit-chat and any Q&A questions you have on mediumship or on spirit or anything else I can help you with. This is the first time I've been on my own, so I do hope you call in. Let's see, what else can I tell you today? I am Carolan Carey, and my website is carolancarey.com. I am the Psychic Medium of Sarasota, or SRQ, as we refer to it. People always ask me, what's SRQ? Well, I guess we make a big deal about having an airport. Unlike, other big places, Sarasota is kind of small, but it does have a big airport. Well, not a big one, but a nice one. So anyway, so we are very proud of that. So we boast SRQ wherever we go. We even have bumper stickers and little things like that, like Siesta Key, Longboat Key, blah, blah, blah. They're exclusive here, except for me, So anyway, I am very glad to be here. Last week we had Joanne Leo, and I believe next week we're going to have Myrna Lou Goldberg, who is a master palmist. And she's going to talk about palm reading with us. So if you are interested or have a particular question, please email me through my website, and we will discuss that. She is one of the few people that is reached that level, and she's been on several talk shows and things like that, TV and other things. So she is very well known for this. She's been on CBS and a lot of TV shows, and her name is Myrna Lou. We also have one other thing I want to bring up. It is March will be Psychic Arts Month at the Sarasota Center of Light. I am teaching 2 classes there. One is psychometry. That's the first Monday, I think, in March, 7 to 9. And then the following week we have radio show host Laura Romero, who is an angel intuitive and healer, and she will be doing some work with you on angel readings. And she's very gifted and very good. I've had wonderful readings from her as well. And you just have this wonderful feeling of calmness. She is very calming and very relaxing reading and very insightful. So I encourage you to look up her show on Blog Talk as well. Let's see. We have a few callers, so let me take one so I don't bore you to death. The first caller is area code 330. What's your name?
Hi, this is Ashley.
Hi, Ashley. How are you?
Good, thank you.
Good. What can I help you with tonight?
Oh, romance.
Romance. Okay. Let me see. Ashley. I have a couple people. How I work is I get psychic impressions, and I have people that have passed over. I am a spirit medium. But tonight, lately I've been using these cards that a former boss gave to me. She was working for a company for a couple of years before I retired, and she left for a better job. And she gave me these Wisdom of Avalon Oracle cards. So I have used them a couple of times just for questions that I don't think are really to dead people. So let me pull one for you. Okay, let's see what we got. Okay, so this is what I have, the horse, which says accepting help from another, delegating authority. And there's also a joy card here is stuck to the back of this one. So joy is a beautiful, peaceful setting. So I think that you might find yourself in something. Are you in a relationship now?
I've been talking to someone, but we're having some communication problems.
Oh, okay. As Joanne Leo, Psychic Joanne Leo would say, That's not a good thing. Communication, like in electronic communication problems, or not understanding each other.
Well, he's more of a texter right now, and I don't think that it's coming across correctly.
Okay. Here's
We're not connecting right.
My feeling on that. Move on. If he is not man enough to use the phone, I wouldn't bother. Texting is so, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's just so trite, you know. If he's interested, he's probably a nice guy, but he's scared. I will tell you this, what I see of you. Do you have a grandmother in spirit as well?
Yes.
Okay. Is she on your mom's side?
Yes.
Okay. She's giving me this, she's wagging her finger in front of me, and she's like, no. It's like, she refers to it as like when the guy used to pull up to the house and beep the horn, and you were supposed to come out and jump in the car. She goes, that's not the way it's done, honey.
Okay.
If he's texting, that's not the way it's done. The way it's done is he needs to either, he's got your phone number because he's texting. He needs to give you a call and say, hey, you know, or something. So, I mean, you can play along with that, but I do see what she's presenting is someone in a shirt and tie and a jacket, a young man. So I feel that this would be, I don't think it's the same young man. I feel that this is a romantic interlude, and I kind of like it for you. I like, she says, he's someone that I can see him pulling the chair out at a restaurant, opening the door. Now, of course, that's not everything, but it's a lot, especially when you first start out. I think it's a lot, and I think it tells you a lot about him. And so I'd like to see something more romantic for you. So I would strive for that. How do you feel about that?
There was someone else that I don't know very well, but he did bring flowers in. But he hasn't asked me out, and he hasn't asked for my number.
Okay. And he came into work?
Yes, he came into where I work. He's a customer, like at a bank. And he didn't say they would...
it just seems like a really kind of nice guy. You never know. All right? You never know. I don't know if he's entangled. I kind of get the word entangled, so I'm not sure if he's married or not married, but has somebody significant someplace. But obviously, he appreciates you for whatever, task that you completed for him, or just thought you were really pretty and just thought you were really nice and just wanted to cheer you up. So that is significant as well. That's always something to hold in the background. I wouldn't, tackle him when he comes in the door, but it's always nice to have somebody think that you're cute and sexy, and that's the impression I get from him. You have a beautiful aura, honey, a lot of violet around you, and I hope that's a nice color for you because that's what I get. And I also get, is there a kitten or a cat in spirit for you with your grandmother, with someone? Because I have this cat walking pig.
Cat.
Oh, okay. Okay, so your grandmother wants to let you know the cat is okay. All right?
Okay.
Okay. Was I of any help to you at all, I hope, today?
Yep. Wait for someone new.
Okay,
Very
that's
soon.
it. Okay, honey. Have a good night.
Thank you.
All right. Let's see. That was 3:30. This next caller is 347. 347. Are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Hi, how are you? What's your name?
Good, I'm fine. My name is Tanika.
Tanika. You sound familiar. Did I talk to you before, Tanika?
I think in the past.
Okay. How can I help you today? I think you called for Joanne Leo. I think Joanne Leo took your call.
Oh, I think I might have missed her. I think you suggested me talk to someone that's coming up.
Oh, there are two Tanikas I'm getting. Okay, double trouble here. How can I help you tonight?
Same thing, romance and desire, and me and someone hopefully leading into like a more longer, more committed relationship, and like how they feel about me.
This one is in New York. Okay, so are you in New York, Tanika?
Yes, Long Island, New York.
Oh, I'm from New York. I'm from Yonkers. I was born in Yonkers, New York. Let me see what I got here for you. Let me Okay, here's what I got. This is from the Wisdom of Avalon Oracle cards. The Grail a Night, which means romance, illusion, and seeking the sacred. So what I get from that is you're seeking, romance. You like that whole persona. It doesn't take much, like even a small, thoughtful kind of thing or gesture is loving to you. And seeking the sacred to me means long-term commitment, marriage, a bond. Is that what you're looking for?
Yes.
Okay, good. Well, that's the Grail Knight, I would say. And he's very handsome indeed. I would say I get 6 months. I don't know what that means. I don't know if that means that you're going to meet someone in 6 months or it might take 6 months. What's this gentleman's initial or his name?
His name is Frank, and I have his date of birth if you want.
How old is he?
He was born. His birthday is October 28th, I believe, 1976. So I think he is 46.
So what is he, a Scorpio?
Yes.
I don't do much with all the astrology and all that stuff, but just a little bit that I know. I was married to a Scorpio. Oh, my God. They are mysterious, secretive, quiet, slick, in my estimation. They can really pour on the romance when they want to, but it's my impression. Anybody who knows about astrology or zodiac or whatever, please correct me. I feel they put on a good show, but I don't know if it's like my old aunts used to say, she sets a nice table, but they don't give you anything to eat. It's a lot of show with some people, okay? So that you have to be careful of. If he's sincere and his gestures, romantic gestures, are building up, if you can see an increase or something, then I think you got something. I shouldn't say romance. I would say thoughtfulness, I think, is primarily the thing that is the most important. How do you feel about that?
I agree. I agree. I don't see much romance, but certain thoughtful things that I guess that's his style. I do see that sometimes.
Oh, that's good. Okay. We don't always get, the hearts and flowers, but if they're thoughtful, like they have your car service or they bring over dinner or, maybe change the flat tire, I don't know, any of those things that indicates a tenderness, a caring for you, like doing something for you before you even ask, I think is lovely. That would just float my boat, So I'm thinking if that's the kind of gentleman he is, the only thing that I'm seeing, to be honest, what I'm seeing right now is I see like a fence around you. Is there like a border around you, like don't come too close? I'm protecting myself. Okay.
I feel like that from him, so I wonder if things are getting better or not with us, because I definitely have felt like that with him in the past.
How about with you? Are you guarded as well?
Not when it comes to him. I'm actually really interested and hopeful and interested in everything about him. I am probably like that with other males, but with him,
okay, maybe he can't tell the difference yet. So we have two people with border walls, if you will, around themselves. Right?
I try to get kisses. Well, I try to get kisses from him and all that stuff often. Like he knows how I feel about him. Yeah.
Well, you're going to know in 6 months, I would say. Yeah, I don't know why that is. Is your father in spirit, or do you have a father figure in spirit for you?
My father's still here, thank God, but my father's father is in spirit.
Okay. I kind of feel an adoration coming from him, like, I'm so glad you grew up so smart, and you're so pretty. There's a fondness there from dad's dad. I don't know how your relationship was. It might have been distant, but I want to let you know that in spirit he is watching over you and thinking about you. I kind of get what I get. That song. Well, there's a couple of songs, but one is "She's a Lady." You know that song?
Mhm.
Okay. That's what you need to remember. You're a lady. That's what his advice is to you. And if it's not this gentleman, it will be another one.
Can you pick up how he feels?
How does he feel about you?
Yeah.
Oh, Frank, you mean?
Yeah.
I think he's cautious. The word that I kind of get is cautious. And I see, like, I hate to be so graphic, but I see this yellow crime scene tape. I must be watching too many murder shows. I love murder mysteries. But when I see that, it's usually caution. And I think he's a cautious young guy. I don't know if he's been hurt in the past or he's just not ready to get involved. There's nothing negative towards you, though. I just think he doesn't have his ducks in a row yet. I don't think he knows where he's going or what he's doing. Mm-hmm. So that's unfortunate. He's a little bit, I forget, what you say? So he's older than my daughter. So he's in his 40s, would you say?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. He's a little bit behind, and I don't want to insult him. I think spiritually and a couple others, I think he's a little bit behind, and he may need to walk a little faster to match up with you. So you will have the option, I think, within 6 months to know the truth, whether you should move on or if he is going to step into the role that you're looking for. But don't ever settle, and remember that you're a lady. So that's from your grandfather, from your dad's dad. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Tanika, for calling in. I appreciate you.
Thank you. When is the woman on that you suggest?
When is Joanne Leo on? I don't know. She's going to come on once a month. She was just on for Valentine's Day. And the palmist lady will be on next week. Myra Lou will be on next week, the 28th.
Oh, okay.
All righty?
Yeah, all righty.
Thank you for calling in.
Thank you.
Listen, callers, I mostly talk to dead people, so if you're looking for Joanne Leo, she's not here. Sorry to disappoint you. I just got a message from my producer, Tiffany, that she said, she says, her husband is a Scorpio. So she said, hey, don't say this on the air. So exactly. So I was right, Tiffany, is what you're saying, is that a Scorpio is, my husband thought he was a playboy, I think. I think he read too much Playboy. I think that was his issue. He was older than I was. He was a Vietnam veteran. And so he came from that Hugh Hefner era, and I think he truly believed that. You know, he had never been married before, and I had already been married once and divorced. So life was quite interesting. It's as if God love him, I don't think he understood that marriage means that you stay within the confines of marriage. I don't know if he got that message or not, but he was very quiet, very secretive. He was very good to me in this afterlife. He is always with me, Rudy's, much like Juna Lane's husband is a guide for her. So Rudy is always around. But she's like, Tiffany is saying, don't say anything on the air. They're wonderful. They can be wonderful, charming guys, whoever was calling about Tanika, I think, was calling about the Scorpio. But, I don't know if you're ever going to nail him down. But anyway, I wish her the best of luck, both of them the best of luck. Our next caller is 760. Hi, what's your name?
Hi, it's Gigi. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Good. I'm enjoying the reading. So anything you have for me is a welcome.
Okay, 760. And I'm sorry, can you spell your name for me?
Gigi.
Oh, Gigi, like in Audrey Hepburn.
Yeah.
The movie Gigi. Okay.
Leslie Carolan. Yeah.
Yes. Okay, you knew that, and I couldn't remember who the male was. Is this a romantic question or just a question in general?
Just a question in general. There's a lot of things that are kind of open-ended right now.
Mm-hmm.
So I'd like to know kind of, what's coming through for me.
Okay. Do you have any affiliation with Connecticut or horses? Anything like that?
I love horses. Horses.
Okay.
I don't know that. Yeah, I have a connection because I feel that they're beautiful and I love to be near them.
Okay. I don't know why I'm getting Connecticut.
And then Connecticut, it just so happens that the place where I'm living right now, their relatives are coming from Connecticut in a couple of days.
Oh, nice. Okay, nice.
Yeah.
Okay, good. I feel a woman here. Do you have an aunt that passed away?
I do.
Okay, so here she is. Okay, so she wants to. That's where I'm getting the information from. What is she talking about? Cinnamon, spice. What is she talking about? Spice. Let me describe this lady a little bit.
Yeah.
This is not the way. Initially, I would not have described her this way, but the impression that I'm getting from her, it's kind of getting like an older woman kind of baking kind of thing, and she's like, no. I'm saying like cinnamon spice, like I'm saying a little. She might be saying little girls.
Cinnamon spice and everything nice or something like that?
Right. She said yes, exactly. I couldn't think. My brain just went dead a minute.
No, it's okay. It's
I think she was saying that, but she's not like an old lady type of aunt, okay?
No,
she's more
not.
like, okay, good. She's like,
she
oh
was
my God.
Sharp as a tack.
Yeah.
She was honest, and she was classy at the same time.
Okay, very nice. I feel a rope of pearls. I feel like nice shoes, and this is in her younger days now.
Mm-hmm.
I feel that she had some kind of career or something like that. I feel that she's very confident. Was she well read? Did she read?
Yeah.
Okay. Did she travel as well?
I don't know about travel. She was married to my father's brother.
Okay. What I'm seeing like a suitcase. So when
maybe she could travel with my uncle. Yeah.
Oh, okay. And I feel like an interesting conversation. Like I feel that she's open to spirituality. Like had her own view of things. She was not stuck with religious dogma. Okay.
Right.
She may have gone to church, but that's not where her thoughts were. Okay, so you could talk to her about things like this, and she wouldn't consider it woo-woo. Is that correct?
That didn't really come up with her, so I don't know. But my mother always said she was of all the sister-in-laws, she was the one that she felt she was not judgmental.
Well, okay, let me see. Pulling a card for you. Okay, here we go. Funny, I didn't pull the horse. The Raven. This is from that Wisdom of Avalon deck. The Raven means magic, coincidence, synchronistic events. I think what she's trying to tell you, it's good to be focused, and I feel that you have a practical side to you. And she's saying that's okay. But don't forget that some things happen for a reason. Sometimes running into somebody is sent by spirit. So I don't know if you are looking romantically or you are looking career-wise. There's something about fashion here as well, so I don't know if that pertains to her or you. But she loves fashion, and I think you might share that little you might like that as well. What is it that you do? Okay, good. What is it career-wise that's going on? I feel like a jump start. I don't know what that means.
Well, I just feel like I'm a little lost. I'm in the middle of the ocean. Yeah.
Okay. Are you at a job that pays the bills?
Oh, my gosh. I'm in such a transition area. I was doing personal chefing for a while. I'm down to one client, and I'm living in a place where I'm actually doing caregiving. And so I get a little bit from that, and I get a little bit from the other thing. But I really need to move on, and I need to really feel fulfilled.
Yes. Okay. September is the month that comes up. I don't know if that is significant to you as far as birthdays or anniversaries or anything, but the month she gives me, she spells it out in a beautiful, like calligraphy almost, handwriting. September. Like that should be significant. Now that seems a long way off, but it goes pretty quick. There's some opportunity. She goes, don't forget your training and don't forget to keep looking. I think she's reminding you, although you are, you need to be practical in your approach about this, but also realize, like, don't turn something down because, I don't know if that sounds right. Go anyway, because that might be the synchronicity that she's speaking of and that the card is speaking of. There might be an opportunity. You know, you might go to meet somebody and get offered another job. You never know. So she's pulling for you. Do you have anything about French cuisine or France?
I love France.
Okay, good, because she showed me the French flag. I don't know if that is part of your repertoire as a chef.
It is not part of my repertoire. No, it is not, but somebody invited me a couple of years back to go to Julia Child's villa in the south of France and do like a little cooking retreat. I know.
Oh, that sounds wonderful. Well, if you can scrape it up, I would consider it, because you never know. You might fall for a Frenchman. Could happen.
Well, that's so funny you should say that, because I do feel like this European vibe around me, like man-wise. Yeah. Yeah,
I like it. It's very sexy, isn't it? That vibe is very global, sexy.
Right.
I find them. Of course, I don't know any Frenchmen, but I'm just saying I love France too. I don't even know why. I've never been there. I hope to go next year. Probably not, but I'm planning a trip in the future. I love Julia Child, even though I can't pull off some of the things that she did. But I just love the way she embraced France and her story and everything that she did. I just love it. And I just feel there is
a fun retreat, by the way. This is a fun
that would
retreat,
be.
So
this is good.
Maybe we should connect. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Maybe we should connect about that. I'm not a chef like you, but I love to eat, and I do cook sometimes.
Yeah. It's a creative experience. Just think of it as a creative experience.
Yes.
But what were you going to say about the guy? Because I felt like, I'm sorry I interrupted you.
Oh, that's okay. I feel like an international flavor, excuse the pun, but I do feel that vibe. And I see a gentleman with very dark hair that is parted off to one side. Let me see if I'm looking at him. It's on my right side, so it would be to his left. And it's almost like it's got like something in it. He's not the kind that fusses. He's just naturally has a sexy feel about him. Mm-hmm. And I don't know if this is a romantic interlude for you, but if it's just an interlude, it would be worth it, honey. Okay. Go, Gigi. I just like it. I like the feel. So what I like about you going away and having some fun is to have some fun. You're not meeting anybody in this current situation that you're in, but sometimes you have to take a jump. And I think you're going to like it. And what I feel more about you, not slaving away in a kitchen, but I feel, and not just a hostess, but I feel like there's something like managerial here, like you're overseeing things and the finishing touches because you're very decorative and creative. There's something there that you're still in the industry. Okay, and you know a lot, but you're not chopping vegetables up in the kitchen.
Right, thank goodness.
Okay, so that's the vibe I feel. So any kind of program or any kind of opportunity that allows you to slide into that, I would suggest that you look at that, because it really, really, really has a nice feeling for you, and you get to look your best. You're not like with a chef's sweat cap on and sweatpants on in the back where nobody ever sees you.
I don't go for all of that anyway.
Right. Yeah. You want to be wearing your things. You want to be looking nice. Okay. Yeah. So I like it. I like that feel. And your aunt is she's so funny. She's very Chanel appreciative. Yes. And who isn't,
She kind of reminds me of Jackie O. She kind of like has that vibe. Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
And you want to know her name? Would you like to know her name?
Is it start with a J?
No.
Who's the J?
Oh my gosh. No, I don't know. Starts
Okay,
with an A.
sorry. What's her name?
Athena.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Isn't it?
Yeah. She's very, she says thank you. She's very, very pretty. She says, I learned from Jackie O. I learned watching people. I observed. And that's a good lesson for all of us. Someone that you admire, you observe. You observe what they wear, how they handle things, the way they speak, their manners, that kind of thing. So that's half the battle. And you do have an ability to do that. So I hope I was of some help to you tonight, Gigi.
Oh, my gosh, you're amazing. You're amazing.
Oh, aren't you sweet? Thank you.
You are. No, I love your readings. I listened to the few before mine, and now mine, I love even more.
Oh, thank you so much. Appreciate you for calling in. Have a good night.
My pleasure. You too. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye. Hi, I think our next caller is 775. Are you there?
Hi, thank you very much.
What's your name, dear?
Wendy.
Wendy. Is there anything I can help you with tonight?
Oh, absolutely, please. I was in a car accident on March the 9th, and it was a rear-end collision in a yellow cab, and I was off work for 8 months. HR gave me an ultimatum to come back by November 1st or else, so I did. And but they were supposed to give me complete 8-week training, and they reneged on that. And it's a call center for medical insurance, and they threw me on the phone. And it's been very, very tough on me. And I'm on a team that's called Doctor Member Services. I was hired for Member Services. And so I'm going to have a talk with my boss next week. Actually, I did. I already told him that I would really appreciate being transferred to Member Services because that's what I was hired for and that's my background. And I said it very non-emotionally. I said cordially and businesslike. And he said he would look into it. He has not responded yet, but I am concerned about the longevity of my employment. I am continuously downloading my resume online when opportunities sound feasible. So I don't know if something's going to come up, but I at least want to keep this job until I secure another job. What do you see, please?
I think that you will keep that job. I don't see if there is a break. It won't be much of a break. All right, I did pull the wealth card for you. So is there a lawsuit involved here?
You know what? You just gave me chills because maybe this is what you're seeing. For the rear-end collision, I do have an attorney that is suing. And there's not going to be much, but he's trying to see if there's other avenues and see if there might be more of a settlement. Maybe that's the lawsuit. But I've talked to an employment attorney, and they might have gotten themselves in trouble with ADA because of me, the way they treated me. So maybe that's what you're looking at, either or.
I feel more the first one, and there's more money. I know those cabs are owned individually, so you're only going to get what you're going to get, the insurance that they have on there. I was a pedestrian hit by a car, and he was underinsured, the kid that hit me. But so I only got X amount of dollars. You can't get blood out of a stone. There's only so much. But they did cover my medical bills, and I was in the hospital for 3 weeks. So, and I also got disability for 6 months. Yeah. So, I mean, that I see a lot of that back and forth. What I'm getting is back and forth, back and forth. So there is something. There's a chunk. It's not going to make you filthy rich, but I think there's a comfort factor here. And I think that they are at fault at work. I've battled that as well. And the way that I got mine was, to be quite honest with you, the attorney that represented me in a harassment suit, in employment, what he did was he slid the judge $250.
Oh.
That's how that was resolved, and I didn't realize what I had just seen. He asked for $500 up front, and I had to borrow the money from my family, and he must have slid half of it to the judge, and they okayed it, and I was able to get the benefits, but they weren't going to give it to me. So that just goes to show you, I learned that's how things are handled. So I have a feeling there's a little of that. So if you have an employment person, attorney who's looking at this, just bide your time. Just know that he's got you have an attorney for this employment thing, right?
Well, I was talking to an attorney, but he's overwhelmed. He referred me to another employer, another attorney, which I've not contacted yet.
Okay, so do that. I was going to say the first gentleman lawyer has got too many irons in the fire, but they all play this. They all play the tactics. They all know what they're doing, and it is a tactic and it's a ploy. So that's unfortunate, but that's the truth. I'm just saying that. I'm not putting down employment or employment laws or employing attorneys, but there is a game going on here, which I guess there is in all law systems. So they will figure this out for you. You're going to have patience and do the footwork. But you know what? Just keep on trucking, honey, with this, because there's something better awaiting for you, and you're going to have a cushion.
I'm going to have a cushion?
I don't know if a cushion, yes, a financial cushion. You're going to have a savings account. So you can either buy a condo, go back to school, buy a car, something, save it for retirement. You're going to have something to fall back on. So just know that it's coming. I know it's tough. It took me a long time to get through things, but it finally paid off.
Yeah, I mean, it's 8 months loss of employment, and the driver was uninsured, only $15,000, so my attorney's going to get $5,000, and then they'll negotiate all my medical bills, which are huge, probably down to around $5,000, and I'll probably get a little bit less than $5,000, so that's not going to change my life, but my attorney is still trying to see if there's other avenues that he could pursue, so I don't know if he's going to find something, but so...
I think he's going to find something. I think you'll find what you're looking for. It's a negotiation is the word that I get. And a cushion is like $15,000, $20,000. It's not going to make you filthy rich, but you know what? It's in the bank. It's yours.
$15,000, $20,000 would help
that's what I'm thinking. Yeah.
So you don't. Will my boss get me into member services, or will he keep me where I am?
No, I don't think you're going to be stuck where you are forever. I think that you're going to get something that is, the word I get is more delightful. And I can't put a number on that. When I said 15,000, 20,000, to me that's low for what you went through. But somebody should be able to come up with that. If it's 5 from this and 5 for that, even if it's 10,000, it's something in the bank, which is better than what you got right now, and a better job. So hold the faith. Be honest with the attorney, and you can't treat people like that, but they might get away with it for a little while. So just keep the faith. Why do I want to speak about your mother?
I love my mother. Her name is Luana, and my beloved mother and father are in heaven. My father's name is Ralph, and my beloved brother David went to heaven a few years ago. Your
mother is here. And I feel like I have my hand on your hair, and I just want to let you know that we are watching out for you. We are so glad that you're okay. I know it wasn't a good accident. It was not that there was any good accidents, but it could have been worse, and I'm glad you're here. So know that they are with you all the time. And also, here comes synchronicity again. You may end up leaving this company for something better. So just hang in there and go with the flow. And your mother says, keep the faith, hon. All right?
Okay.
And know that they are with you. Okay, dear?
So you don't think my employer will terminate me? It'll be my choice to leave when I get a better job?
I think you'll get something better. And if he does try to terminate you, especially if you have an attorney, I think he's going to have a problem.
And I'm so thankful to my mother for speaking to me. I love her and my brother and father so dearly forever. I'm very thankful to them.
Oh, they are around you all the time, hon, checking in. Okay?
Thank you. God bless.
No, thank you, honey. Have a good day. Our next caller is 229. Melvin in Georgia is next.
Hello. Thank you for taking my call.
Hey, we always love to have the gentleman call in. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good, I guess. I just want to ask about basically what the young lady that was just on the phone. I was working at a store, and now I did have an attorney, and I'm on disability now. So I do get a disability check. But I filed an appeal because of my back pay, because I've been working for over 30-some years. And the amount that they want to throw out there at me, I'm like, no, and then the amount that I receive each month is a no too. But excuse me, like I said, I do have an attorney working on my case, and they setting up a hearing, for me to go come to court. I have had the Social Security people. I went to their doctors and turning all the paperwork and everything, and it's been going on for a while. And I just want to know, when do you see this coming to an end, and how much do you think I will receive from back pay, and will they raise my...
Did you have to go see another doctor?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And his evaluation, did you get a copy of that?
Yes, ma'am. Mm-hmm.
And what is that saying? Is there saying that there is a lower disc problem that needs to be addressed?
Wow. Yes, ma'am.
Okay,
yep,
good.
Yeah.
A card that I had pulled for you, I don't usually use cards, but I'm using them tonight just to help me along, is movement. So what he's going to recommend is something, either a therapy or a surgery that is going to increase your movement, or he's going to prescribe a therapy that is going to help you. But I do feel, I get the word additional, so I do feel that a disability is a battle. I know that not from experience, but from other people. I want you to hold your faith and do everything that you're told. I've met people that didn't want to go to another doctor. They didn't want, you seem pretty compliant. If they tell you to jump through this, you do that. So good for you. I do feel this is, 1 to 2, maybe 1 to 2 months, 1 to 2 years. What is November to you? Does November mean anything? August through to November?
I think August, because I don't know. I mean, because see, I done went through everything you just said. I'm at a standpoint now where I'm seeing only my primary care doctor. I'm a former Marine, and I'm seeing the VA doctor, and now my attorney trying to set up an appointment for me, a hearing for me to the court. They didn't give me no back pay, and then that's why I filed. And then they didn't give me the amount that I should deserve, for that. So right now I don't have to. I just go to my own doctor. I'm not.
Okay. I think he's going to have you see. That's usually what they do when you go for disability. You have to see a doctor in your county that handles that kind of thing. I think that's what he's striving for. And so there is going to be something about your movement, your limitation, something prescribed, either a surgery or a therapy. And they're going to have to go along with this. This may be in addition to what the VA says, okay?
Yeah. Yes,
so don't give up hope, and I know the VA is it can be difficult to deal with these people, but they treated me very well. Actually, my husband was a vet, so they treated me very well, but things have changed a little bit over there. But I do get this word movement, and I think it means an increase for you, but I get this 1 to 2, so I don't know if that means 1 to 2 years or 1 to 2 months. I don't know what the 1-2 means. It could mean December, Or I also see August through November. So I see you maybe going through with this attorney, seeing somebody else, a disability doctor, during August, November. Don't give up hope on this yet.
No, I'm not, and I think I know what you're talking about.
Okay, good.
August.
And do what he says. Now,
right.
Do you have a woman in your life that passed over, like a romantic or friend?
No, ma'am.
Are you married, sir?
No, ma'am. I
okay.
was.
You were married. Okay. Did you date a young lady or a woman, or do you have a woman in your life that was romantic that has passed away? The reason I'm asking is I have a lady here who is presenting herself, maybe a coworker, high school, somebody when you were in the service, something like this, and a lot of fondness, and showing me black and white pictures. Like, not that you're that old, but I mean, showing me like maybe a yearbook or something like that. So I just want to say, think about that. It's somebody on that's on the other side that is praying for you, and looks at you with great fondness, okay, and a smile for you. So just remember that, and keep the faith about this disability thing. All right?
Yes. Could I say this, please?
Sure.
I just want to say that everything that you told me, I have like already been through. I've already done.
Okay.
And the doctors, attorneys, I done went to physical therapy. I done seen other doctors outside my job. I done been awarded disability pay. And now I have insurance through the military. But the only thing I'm waiting on now is like how much are they going to pay me for back pay? Because when I first filed for disability, they said they was going to go back to 2006. So I asked my attorney, how far are you all going to go back? And he said 2012. Well, the secretary says 2012. So I'm not seeing any other doctor but my doctor. All the other doctors that you brought up is correct, but I have been through that path already, and that's been settled. That was a lawsuit that I had against my employer when I failed, because I injured my back and my knee. So now I'm getting a check, and I just wanted to know how soon would that be before I get my back pay check for SSI.
Okay. I understand that, and I'm telling you what I'm seeing. I also feel that you're going to see someone else. You're going to see another doctor. Now, I don't know why that is, but it's going to be recommended. So I know that you've been through all this, but I feel like you're going to see someone else, and maybe just compile reports. And then this is February now, so I would say within 6 months. Usually Social Security, once they get on the ball, usually you get paid like in a month or so. So maybe that's what the 1 to 2 is. But I would not give up on this. I do feel that there is something else. Your primary may refer you to someone else just for back pain, maybe pain specialist, something like that. But I do feel it's positive. Maybe they can't go back to 2006, but at this point, I would feel very happy to get, I think, what you're going to get. So don't give up hope yet. And I'm sorry it has been such a long journey for you. It's not unusual, but I'm sorry that that's happened. But please keep the faith. I think you're moving forward, and that's what that card movement also means, financially moving forward. Okay?
Okay. Yes, ma'am. I wrote your number down off your I went to your site, and it's any way I could call him out of Georgia. It is any way I could speak privately with you. I'll submit a payment.
That would be great. You give me a call, and we'll make a date, okay?
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, dear. Have a good night, Melvin. Thank you so much.
Okay. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Okay, we're at 8:49. I'm so sorry, Melvin. Thank you, everybody, for calling in. I just wanted to speak about, when your loved ones come forward, they often have a message. They're aware of what's going on. when they pass away and they make their transformation to the other side, or heaven, paradise, whatever you want to call it, they get to show themselves any way they like. Usually in the prime of their life, whenever they were the happiest, they are surrounded with people that love them and that they love, and they are doing things that they like to do. Oftentimes they will have jobs on the other side, like guides or rescuing animals or holding babies or whatever it is. They will find a way to use their talents. They are often concerned about their loved ones. Love does not die, and death is not the end of a relationship. That's a quote from Jack Lemmon, a comedian who I'm sure got it from someone. But I always think of Jack Lemmon and him saying that during an interview, that death is not the end of a relationship. Our loved ones in spirit are not like away. They are near to us, and they are seeing what we're going through, and they care about us still. So even if it's someone that you maybe didn't know, a grandparent or something that you didn't know personally or didn't know well, they still know who you are. And then sometimes they will come in and give some advice. So that's happened a couple of times tonight, along with the cards. I also just wanted to say that, a lot of people call in about romance, and I credit Psychic Joanne Leo with that advice. She can be very specific with the birth date. But my feeling is, and I know this from experience, if you have to call someone and ask what's going on, your instincts are correct. Something's going on. And I was told that a long time ago by a gypsy woman, actually, who's an excellent reader. And she said, if you have to ask, 9 times out of 10, you are correct. Unless you're like crazy and a hypochondriac and incredibly jealous. Little things give men away. I learned also to watch people show you who they are. You may not want to see who they are because that doesn't fit into your game plan. Also, I'm speaking about experience. I was in denial, did not see people for who they are. Let people show you who they are before you jump in with both feet, and you will not be disappointed. You have to understand that when they are showing you, if they're rude or to someone, or they're mean, or they're catty, or they're cheap, or whatever, or they're texting and they're not calling, or they're, unavailable. The signs are all there. You don't need me or anyone else to tell you. You might need validation. I speak to other mediums as well about things in my life. You need validation, or you may need advice. But I think in your heart, you know what's going on. So learn to trust your intuition. Also, you can always pray for guidance. You can ask whatever the great thing about mediumship is it crosses all religious beliefs. You don't have to change your religious dogma or your belief system or anything. Mediumship crosses everything. And so does psychic work as well. I was speaking earlier about the Sarasota Center of Light. Our psychic month has everything. We have psychometry, we have angel intuitives, we have palmistry, we also have aura reading, we have Joanne Leo, Psychic Joanne Leo. It's March 31st, Sarasota Center of Light in Sarasota, Florida. She will be there all day doing readings from like 11 to 5. Please check out the website of Sarasota Center of Light because that stuff should be getting loaded up now, and it will also be on my website tonight after I finish the show, CarolanCarey.com. I appreciate all the callers calling in. Thank you for making my first show alone so magical and interesting. I really enjoy talking about spiritual subjects and answering questions and teaching classes and basically talking to dead people. So that's my priority, and that's my sole purpose. It was not easy finding my sole purpose, and I didn't even know I needed one. But doing this work has been a lifesaver for me, and I'm very glad to use this gift to help other people. And a lot of my work is service. I am not filthy rich. I don't get $250 for a reading. I try to keep them manageable. I donate a lot of time to dog rescue and Sarasota Center Blight. I like platform mediumship. I am not paid for that, but I enjoy it. This is having your family and your soul connections come to me and pick me to deliver a message to you makes me feel very honored and very special. This is very sacred work. It's also pretty funny, too, because your loved ones don't lose their personality. They really have, if they were delightful here, chances are they're delightful over there. The thing that I like about people who have passed away and made a transition, which means they have reviewed their life, they realized where they were at fault, they have made changes, they go to life school over there, they learn what they did wrong or the skills that they did not have here, and they're not coming forward to ask for forgiveness because that's a really hard challenge sometimes. What they usually are asking for, if there was a problem, just an understanding that they have chosen to look at their life and with humility accept what they did wrong and that they are working on that. It doesn't mean that if they were mean to you that you deserved it. That's not what they're saying. What they're saying is, I made bad choices. And I think we can all identify with that. But those are the people that I care to speak to rather than paranormal, although I can do that as well, and that's an interesting field as well. But what you're dealing with there generally is a residual or sometimes an intelligent spirit has not chosen to leave that location. So in my view, I don't think they went through a life review, and I don't think they have a whole lot, unless it's historically, to talk to me about. I prefer to talk to your parents, your brother, your sister, your friends who passed away, your grandparents, about your lineage, about your history, about what they think of you, and try to bring evidence through that this is who I am speaking to. So I hope that you will join us again next week. We have Myrna Lou. She lives in Venice, Florida. She is a fabulous palm reading expert. It's amazing what you're born with on your hand actually is like a life map. It's very interesting. So I can't wait to talk to her. So I hope that you will join us on the 28th. And what else do we have going on? Oh, also, if you go to my website, you will see that I have a special running on readings. I have a special Celebrate the Green, the birth of spring, or St. Patrick's Day, or whatever you want to call it. The green month has always meant March to me. And in that case, to celebrate that, money is green, I'm going to save you some money on a reading. I have in-person readings in Sarasota at a new locale, and you call me for details. So those will be in-person readings, $40 for a half hour. And if you bring a friend, the both of you will save $5 a piece. So if you refer a friend to bring a friend and book a reading, I'm taking appointments for that month for March 1st through March 30th right now. So give me a call or send me an email and reserve your spot. So I'm trying out the new location. I'm embracing my sole purpose as a retired person now. I retired from my full-time job, and I am loving this, the highs, the lows, the being a housewife to my dogs and my cat who keep me busy, and my volunteer activities. So, and my spirit readings, just love that. So let me pull a card to give you something to think about over the week. Oh, here's a good one for me. Here we go. This is from the Wisdom of Avalon, the Deer, Gentleness and Diplomacy. Now, this is not part of my personality. I guess that's something I need to work on. Let me see what I can pull from my listeners. Joy, and here is another one. Let's see. Here we go. The Dog. How perfect is that? Loyalty, sincerity, unconditional love. That is what the spirit world offers you. So think about how loyal your dog is, or your pet, your beloved pets. They are also watching over you, and they will help bring your next rescue animal or point out an animal, a cat or a dog or a horse or whatever, for you. So they work that way as well. That love is undying, and they're always around to make you smile and feel loved. So with that, I'm going to close for tonight. I want to thank you so much for listening, and please check out my website. And if you would like, I'd love to book a reading with you. Thank you so much, and have a wonderful Thursday night. Thank you all. Good night.
Run into Old Navy for 50% off all Old Navy Active. 2 days only, tomorrow and Sunday. All your favorite active leggings, hoodies, mesh tees, and more are 50% off tomorrow and Sunday at Old Navy and OldNavy.com. Valid 2/23 and 2/24, excludes in-store clearance.